What's going on, everybody? Angry Sarge, and look what we have here on the table. Another holster. Okay, so I'm going through a couple holsters, checking them out. This is another Duty holster that I'm considering, but we'll kind of see what's going on with it. And I'll tell you like pros and cons and stuff like that. So we'll get into it, take a look at it. But this one is the Blackhawk T-Series. It's the L3D, which is the level 3. It can hold the 17, 19, 22, 23, the Glock 45, with the TLR 1 and 2 in our RDS. Okay, so this is duty ready. It is for a red dot sight, but it seems like it's more the RMR type. So we'll get into it, take a look at it, and I'll kind of tell you my thoughts. So, all right, let's do it. Open it up, nothing crazy. Comes with a manual. Okay, got a manual, got a spacer kit for your belt. I'll tell you this right now, this will not stay on this setup. I want to be able to move it, so it's definitely not going to stay on this setup. There's your spacer kit. Set that to the side. Okay, so level 3. We all know that, you know, duty stuff is pretty much either level 2 or level 3. However, this is definitely a level 3, which is what I like to run on duty. Having that extra lock is good. And what I mean is there's a friction lock in here, you know, it catches onto it. If it didn't have this hood, it would catch onto a lock here to be able to release it. But this also has the hood as well. So there's a couple mechanisms to defeat before you can get the pistol out. And it's pretty simple, you know, you do a quick click and it'll drop this, and then, you know, you push it more and then you can draw the holster out, or the pistol, sorry. You can draw the pistol out and get that done. So, the look of it, I like the way it looks. It looks really slick. Slimline, the lines are good. Everything looks solid. It's pretty thick, which is good. I like stuff that's, you know, very durable, sturdy, especially when you're talking about, you know, carrying this on duty. You want something that is heavy duty and is going to stand up to getting bumped and all that stuff, getting in and out of a car, fighting with a suspect, whatever you're doing. You know, if you're sitting at a desk, you know, sometimes we sit over our desk and do reports or returns or whatever it is that we're doing. So yeah, but it looks good. Nice little setup for your optic, which, as you can see, is definitely RMR style. So I can tell you that it's not going to fit the aimpoint acro, which sucks. So, I mean, that's kind of potentially where I'm going for duty. I don't know yet. I mean, maybe the EPS. Everything really depends on if I decide I want to carry this anymore or not on duty. So I've got a good video coming up, and we'll figure that little piece out. But anyhow, it's locked in. Like I said, it's got first lock. Then you got the hood right here. So, and it's very intuitive. So it's draw, master grip, push, squeeze, and out. So pretty intuitive. It's not difficult. However, you know, weapon retention training is always a must, and you should be training that, how to, you know, retain your firearm so bad guy doesn't take it. But yeah, it's very, very simple. You know, yeah, grip, master grip, out. And close it up. That's it. So nothing crazy. like I said, it looks good. Really does. It's very slim. It's nothing crazy. Like the alien gear is pretty bulky, but like I said on previous videos, like the one thing about the alien gear that makes it the master of holsters is the light. You can fit so many different lights. You have so many options. It's crazy. So they'll always be king, and then plus, you know, getting use for the acro, whereas this one not so much. Yeah, this is only gonna fit like a RMR type thing. I'll probably get away with the EPS because the EPS is about that, maybe just a little bit more out, so it should fit. Which I got something coming up for that, which I'll put on here and then see if I like it, and if I like it, then that's the way it's gonna go for me as far as that pistol goes. And that doesn't mean I'm gonna carry it on duty. I don't know. I've got kind of my thoughts and all that stuff, and you know, just in case YouTube's wondering, I know I've already been playing with it for a little bit. Like I said, I always keep an unloaded firearm. I don't put any ammo on the table, so that's what I have here. So, but that's pretty much it to this video. Short, simple, sweet. Pros: it's very intuitive, very durable. It looks good. It's not bulky. There's a lot of things I like about this holster, how it's made, how simple it is to draw and then even put back in. It's kind of dummy proof, if you want to say that. So the cons obviously would be, you know, what if your agency issues acros and that's what you're going to use? And I know the COA's out, I know that's a thing, but even the COA is not going to fit in this, so that you're going to run into that issue. So keep that in mind when you're shopping for holsters, especially if you're law enforcement, security, whatever. If you carry a gun for a living and it's out for God and everybody to see, then you definitely want to make sure that you get something that makes sense and it's going to fit what your needs are. And like I said, the Rapid Force is always going to be king no matter what. And I know I keep saying that, but let's not take away the fact that this holster is pretty solid and pretty good. I like it. We'll do some holster testing and stuff like that with it coming up soon. You know, run it against other holsters and see what we think. But on that, thank you for hanging out with me, looking at another holster, and we'll see you on the next one.